Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi is a controversial Islamic scholar and leader of Almajiri in Nigeria. He is among the leaders of the Islamic Sufi group known as the Tijaniya in Nigeria. In this interview with Paul Orude in Bauchi, the fiery cleric explained why Boko Haram and their violent attacks won't end anytime soon. He said no government or group has the power to ban the Almajiri system and the free movement of Almajiri to any part of the country. The constitution of the country gives us the freedom to practice our religion the way we want it. Our biggest religion is the Quran. Since the Quran has given them, those in power, laws that they have refused to abide with, what right do they have to give instructions or law to the Quran? Based on that, we will not accept the ban of Almajiri by northern governors. Our right to freedom of worship is being violated. We will not accept violation of our right to go to any part of the country to practice our religion, the Nigerian Islamic scholar vowed. So, as a notable and respected Islamic leader, why are you opposed to the abolition of the Almajiri system by northern governors? He said the reason is because there is a government and the government operates by a constitution. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives every citizen the right to movement, the right to practice their religion. These students, Almajiri, are Nigerians. Packing our people like animals and moving them from one place to the other, we will not accept. As Nigerians, we have a right to practice our religion. The Quran is the basis of our religion. We will not accept any violation of our rights. Every Nigerian has a right to go to America to study. He has a right to go to the United Kingdom to carry out Western education, to go anywhere to read Western education. But Nigerians have no right to go to another community to study the Quran. We will not accept the ban on Almajiri. We have the right to go anywhere in the world to read the Quran. This is a right given to us by God. The constitution of the country gives us the freedom to practice our religion the way we want it. Our biggest religion is the Quran, since the Quran has given them, those in power, laws that they have refused to abide with. What right do they have to give instructions or law to the Quran? Based on that, we will not accept the ban of Almajiri by northern governors. Our right to freedom of worship is being violated. We will not accept violation of any right to go to any part of the country to practice our religion. Did the government seek your view before their decision, or did you reach out to any of them to stop the decision? And he said, they did not consult me before abolishing the Almajiri system. No, they didn't. The governors should go and stop others in other countries from reading the Quran, not in Nigeria. The governors are free to go to other countries to make laws that would infringe on the rights of people, rights that are inalienable and given to every man, not only Nigerians. Like I mentioned earlier, Nigerians have the right to go to other parts of the country to seek knowledge. Any government that wants to ban Almajiri should go to another country to do that, because as for us in Nigeria, the law gives us the right to practice our religion without any fear or hindrance, to move freely to other places within or outside the country to practice our religion. We will not accept what the governors are doing. But the governor said Almajiri systems breeds insecurity and poverty in the north. Do you agree with them? He said, is it the recitation of the Quran that breeds poverty or insecurity or hunger? These are the thinking of atheists. I am asking the world, does the Quranic education bring hunger or poverty? These are the thinking of infidels and those with misconceptions about religion. Are they the only group that make the country? How will the abolition of Almajiri affect Quranic teaching among northern youths? And he said, the youths are the ones that read the Quran more. Will the Quran read itself? The Almajiri is the puppy that reads the Quran, and if you stop him from practicing it, you have infringed on his freedom of worship. What is your view on the security problems facing the country? Do you agree it is religious or socio-economic problem? He said, which problems are you talking about? Mention them. Problem of insecurity, poverty, violence, conflict like Boko. And he said insecurity and Boko Haram are caused by Izala sect. Izala sect are Boko, and Boko members are not hidden. They are in three levels. They hate Western education. In Western education, we have three stages: lower, middle, and upper, like the university. Izala sects are the Boko Haram, those that converge and abuse other worshippers. They believe Muslims that accept Western education are infidels, that Muslims that wear amulets are infidels or not true Muslims. Their leaders abuse other Islamic sects, mode of worship. If these people are a threat to others, why did we leave them? Let us fight them. Let us carry out a jihad, and if they kill us, we will become martyrs. There is what Boko is doing. Boko members are practicing what the Izala sect is preaching. The first, second, and third level, they are the scholars of Boko. We have said this before. There was an Izala leader, Jafar Adamu, and Abani Abba Umar Hoturu. They are Izala leaders. The Boko sect is doing is what the Boko sect is doing is that they preach just that Izala people are afraid to come out openly because of fear. They are in three levels, like I said. The first stage that abuses, the second level that carries arms, and the third level that are Boko. If you meet President Muhammadu Buhari today, what will you tell him about this government and the country? He said, what is my interest with meeting President Buhari? I am just an Almajiri. I am not a politician. If he looks for me, I will respond as a law-abiding citizen. If he doesn't look for me, we are all living our lives separately. He as president and I as a citizen. I am not the one to show him the direction to follow as far as leading the country is concerned. He has advisors. Is there anything respected Islamic scholars like you can do to bring these Boko leaders to a negotiation table with the federal government? He said negotiation will not be possible because the Boko will not end anytime soon. The Izala sect has sworn that Boko will not end. Jafar Adamu Abani of Zaria said it in one of his sermons. Why did you announce a different Salah day beside the one by the Sultan of Sokoto? He said religion stands on its own and not under anybody. I have two books. One is the Quran and the second one is the lifestyle of Prophet Muhammad. These are the two pillars of Islam. Islam is anchored on this pillar, not on the leadership of any man. What really happened that led to announcement of two Salah days is because the leaders of the Muslims in Nigeria, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, did not observe well the sighting of the moon. We have been mandated by the religion on how to observe the moon on Ramadan. If the month before Ramadan, that is a month of a Shabana, ranches of 30 days, then Ramadan starts. If the month before the Ramadan has 29 days, if two people sight the moon, then the month of Ramadan has started. Okay. Do you agree with northern governors that a foreign herdsmen should not be allowed to enter Nigeria again? He said if everybody follows his routes, if herdsmen follow their routes and farmers theirs, the herdsmen do not enter people's farms and farmers would not cultivate land meant for grazing. Everybody will be on the right path. But the problem is that the grazing routes have been turned to farmland, while farms have been turned to grazing land. This is what causes the clashes. The government fails to address the problem. It is the herdsmen in the country that are having problems with farmers, not it is the herdsmen in the country that are having problems with the farmers, not herdsmen from outside the country. Government has responsibility to address the problem. So guys, we've heard from this cleric Sheikh Usman Vowś and all that he has said. I don't know what you think about this whole thing. because it kind of a missed reactions here, but everybody knows what has been happening. But at the end of the day, what I would like to pick from this whole thing, because I do want to even start saying what we've said over and over again. The problem lies on the leadership, and the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari is not doing enough, or even not at all, to solve these problems. And because, like the man said, he's not going to look for him. It is his responsibility, and he's not one of his advisors. He knows what to do. The people voted for him to do the right thing, and the right thing is not being done. So who are we to blame? Definitely is still going to be the one who is in the top. Someone says this old man is not just making a single sense. Guy, this is the people we lack in Arewa. That is why people in power scorned Arewa. Okay. Controversial Islamic scholar. Okay. And I hope his children do Almajiri in school. Well, so guys, let's have your take on this concerning what this man has said. Leave your comments respectfully and let's have your take. Thank you.